welcome to this cold and dark start tutorial that is valid for both the A330 and Beluga XL in MSFS 2024. Let's start at the walk around, so we'll remove the engine covers and also all the removed before flight tags. We'll also remove the chocks. Entry to the 330 is at the front of the airplane on the side, and on the Beluga it's underneath the airplane just behind the front gear. Before starting these planes for the first time, head to the EFB and set the IRS align time to instant. Now on the overhead panel we will switch on the batteries and the external power. We'll now switch on basically everything that's off, so fuel pumps and the APU battery. We'll now switch on the APU master and start the APU. Before moving on and starting the engines, you'll want to complete your FMC setup purely because you can only get to the second initialize page while the engines are off. Filling in the second initialize page ensures that your VNAV will work during flight. It's just a couple of extra clicks. Once the APU is available, we can switch on the APU bleed, and on the EFB we can disconnect the ground power unit. Next we'll switch on the engine ignition and switch on engine number 2. When you see an M1 of 20, engine number 2 has started successfully. Return to the pedestal, switch on engine number 1. Again, when you see an M1 of 20, engine 1 has also started. At this point you can switch off the APU bleed and APU. Now we'll return the engine mode switch to normal, and on the EFB we can call for aft pushback, which should automatically push you into place. Just remember to disable the parking brake before the start of pushback. I'll quickly run through some extra takeoff config here. So we're going to set the spoilers to armed, set the flaps for departure. One very specific thing that is disabled from a cold and dark start is the predictive wind shear, so here I illustrate how to switch it on. During this process, just switch on lights as required. As for the takeoff checklist, we'll set auto brake to max. We'll switch on the necessary signs, so seatbelts, no smoking, and emergency exit lights. And finally, we just have to check the takeoff config. So that is a button on the pedestal, labeled takeoff config. You'll then see takeoff config normal. When you're ready, set the transponder to TARA, and that completes the process. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this useful. If you did, please also check out my full flight tutorial in both the 330 and Beluga. Take care, and I'll see you next time.